Hey everybody, hi. Mary Ellen here, popping up. Very impromptu. I've been missing y'all and I've been getting your messages. Thank you for all your love and encouragement. I do understand that it's rough out there. So I actually left the place I've been staying because of the lack of internet. And I'm in some very rural mountainous areas, and I want to talk today about the journey inward, about this thing that my guides have been saying, to stay below the storm, stay in the eye of the storm. So I want to initiate something that I've been working on privately with some of my quantum, slash twin flame partners. I have many because of my nature as a human being, and I would like to expand. Sorry, my guides are talking. Extend and expand, they're saying, this journey to a global journey, because we are in the process of weaving the tapestry this year in 2020 with all the destruction and rebuilding that was prophesied. So here we are, aren't we? And I want to just, before I launch into the reading that wants to come out, I want to give you a couple of my perspectives on this and actually some recommendations, share with you the things that I do to protect myself, etc. Okay, so let's start with that right off the bat. There's a lot out there on the internet that is actively being suppressed over time about the origins of this virus, and it's very important information. When this crisis is done, those of us that remain, that's what my guides are saying, I'm sorry to say it that way, those of us that remain, one of the things we're going to need to take up when we're able is being directive as a populace in terms of the restructuring, the rebuilding. This virus was engineered. It is not an accident. It didn't happen because a bat flew through. It's not true. So I know there's people that are going to think that's whack, and I am not an end of days person. I'm not a prepper. I just know. I know it to be true because of all the things that I know, partly from my 40 years of nursing and my clairvoyance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so understand that this was an accident. I think that this virus was released. I put a link, I'll add it below when I'm done, to give you some more information about the true origins of this virus that have to do with the behavior. My guides are saying the behavior and the mindset of global governments that focused on war. And so now, it's starting to come out in the media, where there's a wartime effort. Yeah, it's coming out of a wartime effort in a very twisted, my guides are calling it evil way. So just think critically. Dig deep. Do not allow yourself to be spoon-fed information that is not true. All right? So I'll put links below this video when I'm done. I should have done it when I was getting ready and I didn't. Okay, so without getting into that rant, that's an Aunt Velvet kind of a rant. And Aunt Velvet is got her knickers in a twist right now because of what's going on. It was totally unnecessary. And, you guys know my feelings about the current state of our politics in the U.S. See that? Go get some. Order it online. All the big retailers carry it. I think the people that know are hoarding this already. This is a homeopathic remedy. I just want to show it to you. I've been using it for decades. I'm hoping and trusting, because of the nature of it, that it will work on this particular virus. There's never any guarantee. So this is oscillococcinum. There's the company that makes it. Hey, did you see Aunt Velvet's manicure? Some of my new friends here, when they found out I had never had a manicure, said, "Oh, we're putting a stop to that right now." So they dragged me to the salon. So look how fun that is. All right, so Boiron makes this product. You can order it in a packet that comes, I think, with 60 doses in it. I would recommend that. And if you're not familiar with homeopathy, here's how it looks. Okay, comes in a little vial. You pop the top off. The best use of homeopathy is please take it. Suspend use of coffee to the best of your ability. Let's see if I can show that to the camera without spilling it. See those little pellets in there? That's what it looks like. These are highly activated. Don't touch them with your hands. Put this right under your tongue and let it melt, okay? So if symptoms come on, have some of this in your house. I would recommend 1 box of this for every member of your family. And there's another product, she's dropping it on the floor, that I am waiting to receive that I have ordered. So I'm going to show that one more time if I can. It's called Genexa. I'll put the link below. Typically, you can get these things from your drugstore. It's probably sold out. I think I always buy a giant box of this stuff when flu season comes on because it works. I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to explain homeopathy, but it's a minute dose of something that counteracts the flu. Genexa is kind of like what I call a homeopathic cluster bomb. It has most of the homeopathic remedies that are used to combat flu symptoms blended together. And then there is another product, another homeopathic remedy called Bryonia. I would definitely urge getting some of that. So go to the internet, click the links below, okay? Look at, if you desire, look at what's in these things. So in the Genexa, this oscillococcinum is, it's a single substance remedy. It works phenomenally well. I've used it for my kids. I've used it for myself. Everybody that I know that's ever taken it has had good results. So I can't guarantee that it's going to work. It does have properties that will stimulate your immune system to be able to fight off a virus that affects your respiratory tract. Okay. Genexa has a lot of them. So if you want to know what the homeopathic remedies are, you can Google that and just take a look. Educate yourself about what is eupatorium, what is gelsemium, what are the remedies that are used for flu, and why? Why do they differentiate different remedies? And it's because homeopathic medicine treats an individual, not a symptom. So you may get the flu and you may have symptoms that are a little bit unusual, unique to yourself, and you might need a different remedy. So that's sort of the very, very, very brief overview of those things. The other things my guides have been talking about this morning is, because this is probably going to go on for a long time, and then there will be a second wave, and then 10 years from now, this virus will reemerge and it will be worse. So I'll try to, I don't know if I want to get into that. You know, if you look at some of the deeper information about this engineered virus, it actually has in it DNA structures taken from the HIV. So if you just do a little deduction, that's, you know, critical thinking, you'll understand that there are many people who are infected that will not show symptoms for a long time, and then something else is going to happen. So we need to put an end to bioengineering for weapons grade, viral compounds, etc. It's time for all that stuff to be over. That's why Pluto's here, helping us with the destruction so that we can rebuild. So the good news is, you know, we've moved into Aquarius, right? Helping Saturn rebuild with a new vision, a new structure that's beginning to take root now. So before I get into that, one last thing, I'm getting a poke on the shoulder. It'll be important for you to go to the internet, learn about your immune system, learn about T cells, learn how they're produced, learn what it is you need to do for yourself to boost your immune system and protect it, and just start doing it, and just don't stop. My guides are saying keep going. It's going to be really important. They're talking about sprouts to me. So I think because the food source supply chain is probably going to be interrupted, buy seeds. That's what they're saying. Ooh, That's interesting because they've been calling me the queen of flower seeds and all that kind of stuff. So my mission is to go out and plant seeds. Now they're telling me, tell people to buy seeds. So yeah, buy flower seeds. It's going to be good for you to have flowers around your house or in pots in your apartment, etc. To cheer you up and to, okay, my guides are saying to bring life to the positive energy. But in addition to that, buy alfalfa seeds, buy mung bean seeds, sprout them. Radish seeds, all those things are really delicious. You're going to need the green energy, and it may not be available to you. So, depending on what happens with farm workers and, there's just a massive interruption in every system at this point, as you know. So, okay, they want me to just say a few more things. So, in case you didn't know, the virus has community transmission properties and abilities because it is weaponized. So what it means is, if you are in a place or walking down the street and you walk through a spot where somebody who has the virus has just been standing within the last, I think it's 6 hours. I've been absorbing so much information. Check my facts, okay? Just simply, you're walking through the fog. You don't know you are because it's hanging in the air. You'll absorb it through your eyes, through your nose, through your mouth. If you have a crack in your skin, any kind of skin interruption. So we're just all at risk. Understand that if you're going to go out, it's true what they're saying. First of all, don't do it if you can avoid it. If you do, if you can find them online, there are inexpensive. Okay, my guys are saying polypropylene. I don't know if that's true. They're inexpensive gloves that you can get. Just wear them to keep the virus off your hands. And, get a pair, not just glasses, goggles, safety goggles. And don't worry about looking like a nitwit. If you can get a mask, get it. So step number 1 is don't go anywhere. Order your groceries online, drive to Walmart, pop the trunk, have them put it in. All right? And then understand that on every plastic bag, every piece of cardboard, every container, every can, the virus can live up to 4 days. Google it, make sure you know the breakdown. I put the stuff in the garage and I wait 4 days and I don't bring it in the house because this is no joke. All right. This is really, really, really dangerous. So, okay, I've sidetracked myself again. My bites are chattering about all these things. So, do things to protect yourself now. You have the right to protect yourself. You have the right to understand all the factors of your health. If something happens, you need to go on a ventilator. Please educate yourself. All this stuff is on YouTube. What does the latest research say about effective use of, and not everybody knows this, which is really terrifying, of a ventilator? The latest science will say the patient should be lying on their stomach. And there are very important settings in a ventilator that have to do with tidal volume and things like that. Just go, you're sitting at home anyway. Look at all this stuff before the internet goes down because it might. It might really be overwhelmed. Okay? So that's that stuff, I think. Educate yourself about lung function. The reason this virus is creating so many deaths is that what it does is it manifests a severe inflammation in the mucosal system and the mucosal lining of the lungs, which then means if it's all inflamed and begins to fill up with fluid because it can't respirate, and the place, the little tiny pockets called alveoli in the bottom of the lung tissue, deep inside the lung tissue, that's the port where the oxygen that you take in gets transferred into the bloodstream. And that's the reason why people die, because those things get swollen, filled up with fluid, and they can't do their function, and then you die because your oxygen is not being passed from the lungs into the tissues and into your organs. All right, so all that is horrible and scary, but just educate yourself. Think very, very critically about your choices, and my guides are talking about the news media. So, all right, there's one more thing they want me to say. I'll stop this rant and we'll go into the reading, okay? In fact, maybe what I'll do is check the chat room. and do another video. I don't know. So it's important to understand that the words that are being used are not very correct. And the reason it's being done is to prevent mass public panic. So here's what's true. This virus is engineered to spread exponentially. So if you don't know what exponential growth is, again, make a little note, look that up on the internet, right? It just means that things double in a factor of their own numerologic value. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Now we've got 2 people infected. The next rate of infection will be 4, because 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 16 is 32. That's why it's exploding the way it is. It's engineered to do that because it is available for weaponized, they call it increase of function, so that it will hang in the air and you don't even know that you're being exposed. The other thing is, understand that because of the exponential growth factor of this engineered virus, it's probably true that at least 50% of the population has it. Many of us will not show symptoms. Some of us are going to die. It's just the way it is, right? Some of us, many, maybe all of us, my guides have been talking to me about a virus for 2 months now, 2 or 3 months. Just before this started, I had a massive download with one of my quantum partners and a lot of visioning. I went to a sacred place to get more downloads, and it's been difficult. It's been really challenging between that person and I, it's interesting. My guides are saying it's reflective. So, they're saying because I became the host and it's a quantum partner thing. I don't want to go into that rant, but consider yourself a vector. You are most likely infected. When the news media tells you how many cases there are, it's total BS. Look at how many people are infected worldwide. Bring that to scale in your own situation. Understand that it is most likely that 50 to 75% of the population has this virus inside of them at this moment. So please do not infect other people. Be very careful with your loved ones. Don't let people in your house. And again, my guides are talking about think critically about the information you're being given. It's being parsed out very carefully to prevent massive panic. Because if people really knew what it all meant, there would be massive panic. Okay, so that's enough of that rant. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I'm gonna toggle over to YouTube and see who's here. Oh, hi, darlings. Hi, Mary. Madhvi, hi, honey. Been thinking about you. Cold as fire, hot as ice. I love that. All right, so yeah, Lysol. If you can get them, don't hoard stuff. But if you can get it, get a box of, a container of wipes of some kind. You can make your own disinfectant stuff at home. Basically, it's time to stay home and don't let anybody in and don't go out. Like I did this weekend. I didn't have a choice, partly because there was, I was very concerned about a decision that within the home that I'm living in to allow people to come over who've been out in the community. And I just thought, you know what, I'm heading out. And besides, I need to go someplace that has internet so I can do this. So, gosh, I hadn't intended to go on this long. So anyways, that's the scoop on that, okay? I know it can sound crazy. There are people who are not going to believe me. I think what I'll do is I'll finish out this video. I drew some cards last night with one of my quantum partners, and I believe it's a global message for all of us. So I want to get that out. And I'm going to, just so you know, I'm going to redo a video that I released and then took down a couple weeks ago because I realized that the last 2 videos I did about the collective were very deeply connected. I didn't realize in the moment when the second one came out, So I want to rectify that a little bit. All right. So, hi, Geraldine, honey. Oh, I got your message. Thank you. Hey, Jennifer. Nice to see you. Tani, hi. Oh my gosh. All right. So, hugs and kisses to all of you. Um, it's possible that Moonrise Cottage is going to be occupied by one of my partners. I'm going to try to get home for the summer. My trip to Europe, obviously, that's off for now. And, well, I'll just keep you updated as things go forward. So let's leap in. Any last question before we leap in? Mary, love, your house is closed. Yeah, I know. You're still working. So that's why my guides are talking about, get the gloves, get the mask, get sealed, just a pair of glasses, not going to help. Anything where there's any gap. The mask, probably not very effective, but it will help a little bit. So go for it. And don't feel embarrassed. You're doing what's meant to be done. Somebody asked me the other day, would I come out of retirement? Because what's happening is nurses all across the country are getting letters from their state Board of Nursing asking if we would come out of retirement and retire. And my answer is, oh, hell no, because I understand the chaos that's going on. The medical folks are not protected. You've seen the videos. It's terrifying to me to sit and watch it on the news. It's really bad, and they're running out of the inadequate supplies that they do have. So expect massive chaos, and my guides are talking about, and meditate toward peaceful resolution. So on that, we're going to jump in. Hi, Natalie. I was thinking about you the other day. How are you? Christina, hi. Yes, I did it. I've been having, guys, you know me. Part of it is my energy interrupts sometimes the stream. So it's always a little challenging. And I am a technology dork and I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so guys, we're going to jump in, guys and gals. All right, hang on a second. I'm going to toggle back to my streaming software so I can see my own face, so I can tell if I'm showing you the cards properly. All right, so here's where we started. And Christina, while you're on the chat, if you have any thoughts or comments, I am going to roll this reading out. Please add them for the benefit of all. Okay, so this reading came out last night, and here's where we started. And basically the question is, oh my God, I had all these plans. I was going to do this and I was going to do that. And now it's all foobar. Okay, that's a military term. If you don't know what it means, look it up. So here's us. Here is the earth, literally humanity, in the middle world. Do you see the bubble around the tree of life? Do you see the only thing that's piercing the bubble is the ravens, right? The mystical realm. So this is where we're at. We are quarantined. We're in this place that, okay, my guys are talking about mystical illusion and delusion. We're talking about factors of Pluto. We're talking about Saturn. It's affecting our structure. And there's a lot going on outside of this, if you take a look at this card. But there we are. And, okay, my guides keep talking about factors of this and factors of that. So what they're talking about is factors of the mystical. And I think what they mean is a lot of what's been coming through to me. Factors of the mystical is what's available to us in this moment. What is it meant for on a deeper level? And we're meant in this place, in this time, to be in this condition because there's something mystical going on the top realm. All right? Look at that. It's really intense, isn't it? Do you see how the roots are not in the bubble? But factors of respiration, the leaves of a tree, in the bubble. So there's a lot you could deduce from this card. My guides are saying, think to yourself, understand what it means for you, okay? So this is the condition that we're in, the conditions that we are living in. My guides are saying striving in. Okay. So, I got these long fingernails. Now I can't pick anything up. All right. So here, I believe, is where we went from where we are. This is us inside the flow. I love this illustration so much. So stand in yourself. Stand in the eye of the storm. Perceive deeply what this could mean. Okay? This is just such a beautiful illustration of how to work with the flow of the energy inside of you. While we're in this bubble, this is what we're meant to be doing inside of there, as long as it takes and as long as it lasts. So get control of your own energy. Work with the energy that you have inside of you. Work with the ability that you have innately to do exactly what this woman is doing. Look deeply, look closely. Hold the energy. My guys are talking about spinning the energy, etc. All the factors of flow inside of you. This is what we're meant to be doing while we're trapped in this bubble of this pandemic virus. All right. So this reading to me is really beautiful. I'm very excited to get it out, and I want to thank my friend and partner Christina for helping me get it out. So we're in the bubble. We're meant to be working with the energy. I've been working very deeply with my own energy and some very specific types of meditation that I'll talk about at the end, okay? If I forget, remind me. But it's time for us all to do it. It's part of how we're weaving the tapestry while we're in this bubble. We're meant to focus intensely on our own energy, the energy available. Oh my guys are talking about the prophecies coming forward, all those kinds of things. Look, this gave me a chill last night when it came out. There we are. Be in this place in order to be able to do that while we are here. Okay? That's the message, basically, that is coming out in this reading. Stand still. The world is burning, isn't it? And things are unfolding the way they're meant to. So put your attention on the energy. Internally, stand still. Become peaceful. Spend time every day meditating in very specific ways that will tune, clear, heal the chakra alignment within you. That's going to be very helpful to fight off this virus, and it's actually going to stimulate your immune system. It will have the added benefit, my guides are saying, of building the tapestry, connecting with each other, finally, in this way, because we're forced to stand still. I love it. It is terrifying what's going on out there. All right. So while you're doing this, here's where we're going. See that? Look. It's about connecting to the celestial realm. Look at that. The upper world. Right. So I love this illustration. It looks to be winged energy. Okay, my guides are talking about the manifestation of eagle vision, things like that. All right. Bird energy is very sacred. It is about sacred vision. It's about the sacred laws of the universe. It's about being able to travel back and forth into the sacred realm. So we're in this bubble. We're meant to stand still while we're working with the energy. I know it sounds ridiculous on some level, but my guides are talking about the rationale for this occurrence. They're calling it an occurrence, okay? It almost gives us an excuse to sit around and meditate all day. I know that most of us can't do that because of the factors of our lives, but we're meant to put a significant amount of energy here by doing this, okay? And then, look, Many ways to accomplish the same goal. I have a particular pathway that I've been following, inviting people to follow with me in order to join our energy together, to blend it together in this way with intention. You see her face, whatever it is she's doing it with an extreme amount of knowledge and intention, and she's using her energy. Okay, so while we're here, while we're following each our individual pathway toward that goal, into those efforts, this is the reason. This is the bridge card. Look, we're meant to free ourselves from that which no longer works. That's what this is all about. It's pointing upward. It indicates a positive outcome. So the positive outcome we're talking, I mean, I can't make predictions. Well, I could, but I'm not going to make predictions about the state of humanity. Okay? I think this is talking about us as a collective and as individual souls taking up this effort that this situation presents to us. And if we're all on lockdown, as we should be, that is what it's for. So that we can get real clarity, cut ourselves free from the things and the factors within ourselves that created this situation. Right? It's easy to blame people, individuals, the government, but those things are all factors and reflections of us, or they wouldn't exist. So it's time to look inside. It's time to really retune your instrument, because when that happens and we're able to cut ourselves free, this is the soul line coming out, we're going to go straight through the middle. And when we will not need to hesitate, we're going to pull back the bow, right? And go right straight through the heart of the matter into what is meant to come from the transition that we have the opportunity to make if we want to. Okay? It's got to come from your heart. It's got to come from your desire. It's best if you can put conflict aside, whatever it might be, and wherever it might be in your life, stop engaging with it. Just stop and focus in this way, okay? Because, whoops, surprise, there we go, that's backwards. Because this is the outcome on a soul level. The collective soul contract that we're moving through is meant to take this kind of a turn, because we're meant to free ourselves by using the energy and come to a completion point. Look, that's how it sits on the table, like that. Okay? That's the center core of the reading. So understand how they reflect each other and how the energy is going to move and grow. It's very impressive to me that it's coming out this way, and it gives me a lot of sense of relief. Okay, my guys just said release. So, release, go deep, come to your completion point. And it's not just for you, it's literally for the circle of humanity. Look how beautiful that is. I love it. So that's the last card on the soul level of the type of readings that I do. So here's the outcome card, which is just particularly beautiful. Look at that. Okay, my guys are talking again about the mindset. They want me to stack it up for you like this. See that? That's the progression. Here we are. This is what we're meant to be doing with it. And this is the outcome. If we can, me and YouTube, if we can follow the pathway that we're meant to follow. And there's remember that? So do you see the reflection of these two things? And because we see an indication of feminine energy, we're talking about new creation. And we are in this point now. So go to YouTube and educate yourself about the astrology right in this moment and what just happened. We just had a very important transition. So that's what's going on with this reading. And if anybody has any questions, I'll scroll back to the chat room, okay, for a minute and talk with folks. And see if there's any questions. Okay, Manavi, I'm reading your message about what's going on in Switzerland. You have no more masks. Yeah. Nobody's going to get those things, and nobody's going to get tested. And honestly, it just doesn't matter. If you're really ill and you need to go to the hospital, go there. Otherwise, stay the hell away from that place. It's a horrible infectious disease situation, and even the people who are taking care of you are sick. Okay? So get your homeopathic remedies. Understand that this is just going to continue. The first blossoming of this viral load is not finished. Personally speaking, I know they're working really hard to develop a vaccine. I think it would be an insane act of self destruction to let them inject you with anything having to do with this. That's my own personal feeling. That comes out of my knowledge of homeopathy and what happens to the immune system. Let's see. Hi, Emery. You know, I'm hoping to get there as soon as I was just about to buy my tickets. And there was something, some little irritation inside of me. And they kept saying, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. Not yet, not yet. And then this all happened. So I'm feeling very grateful that I was, protected. Okay, let's see. Yeah, prana mudra. Very good. Good idea. I like that. Okay, so here's what's going on. I'm inviting everybody to join me and my quantum partners in a particular set of exercises that I think are going to be very effective. Some of you out there already have meditation societies, etc., that you're working with. That's fine. All right. But basically, the request that's been coming through to me, instructions really, are to meditate with sound vibration, particular type of sound vibration, in the evening as you are drifting off to sleep. So get in your bed, put the earbuds or whatever in. Try to minimize, even though I'm telling you to do this, I realize, but try to minimize all of the light pollution and vibrational pollution in the room where you sleep. Okay? In whatever way you can do it. We don't even realize how much LED pollution there is in our sphere now. All of that is vibrational, etc., etc. So just try to clear the decks. Listen to this music. I will put the link below when I end this video. So I think basically for folks who are not in the practice, I'll put the instructions for meditation below. And part of the way it is rolled out is aimed at being prepared for the eclipse that's coming in July, I think on the 6th this year. So, but also just to sort of aid the energy of the earth and to prepare yourself to okay, my guides are using words like ward off the vibration of the viral load that we have, because this kind of stuff has been going on for a long time. And it's another rant that sounds crazy, and it does have to do with previous outbreaks that have happened multiple times. They never tell us that it happens. They never really tell us the full truth, but it's time for that to come out. It's time for us to really take care of ourselves now so that we can participate in all the ways that are possible. All right, so let me just take a look. Hey, Tani, I'm so glad you're here. So if possible, I do have airline reservations to fly to Rochester, New York, where my mom lives, because she's going to be celebrating her 90th birthday on the 1st of April. We had a big party planned. That's obviously canceled now. My mom said, if you think I'm letting any of you in the house, you're out of your minds. So that's where I get it from. I may, in the end, have to drive back across the country. My intention was to fly there, then rent a car, drive to Vermont, and be home for a little bit. So, we'll just have to see how things suss out. I'm beginning to get sort of visions and what feels like instructions to have a large gathering at my home in Vermont over the summer. I don't know how that's going to be possible. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So if that's something that sounds lovely, maybe put that in your tentative calendar. It probably will be in June or July, but there's no way of knowing at this point how long it's going to take for this to peak and then die off. But it's going to be in the populace forever now. Let's see, what's the other thing? Oh, um, I know that there's a lot of challenge going on out there. So I've been thinking about this for a while. I think I'm going to finally do it. I'll have to go to my website later today and make some changes. I'm going to drop the pricing on all the readings. I'll have to limit time-wise, but I want to be available for people. So I think what I'm going to do is just charge $50 for a reading. I will not be able to go and do the 3-hour readings that usually come out of me. So I'll have to limit it to, at some point, probably to a maximum of an hour. But I just want you to know. All right. So let me see if there's any questions coming up. And Christina, you're welcome. Okay, so you know what? Oh, Octopus a Go-Go. I love that. I love the creative taglines. They're so awesome. So I think that's it. There's probably something I'm forgetting. I'm going to stop now and try to redo the part 2 video that I took down offline because there are things that need to come out that I just wasn't. I was focusing on the cards at hand and not really making some of the connections that I should have been making. So I'm going to go try to redo that. I'm not going to do it live. I'm just going to jibber jabber on my own here, and I'll post it in a day or two. Okay, gang? So thanks, everybody. It's wonderful to see you. Okay, my guys are talking to me. I'm finally on WhatsApp, just so you know, and my guides are saying, you know, a part of what's going to happen is this is going to push me forward technologically in a way that I'm just vastly behind. So I am going to finally download Zoom, and I think what we're going to do going forward is have some Zoom sessions. You can sign up. I'm going to charge probably $10 per session, and we'll do that so that we can see each other and talk to each other. My guides are talking about being live with people. That's what I'm meant to be doing at this point while I'm doing the other things that are unfolding behind the scenes that are very significant for me. Okay, my guys are saying things. They're talking about initiations and the way in which my journey is tied and related to all of you folks that are here because you're my soul family and vice versa. All right. So I'll look forward to talking with you all soon. Thanks for being here, the people who could pop up, and for anybody who's watching the video after the fact. I hope you were able to hang with it. It was a lot of sort of this kind of stuff going on today. All right, gang. Mwah. Thanks everybody for being here. And I don't think there's any other last little thing to say. So I'm going to pop off and work on my other videos, okay? I'm just looking one more. Yeah, Natalie, Zoom is a great idea, right? It's about time. That's what my guides are saying. So thanks, everybody. Hugs and kisses. I'll talk to you soon.